Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire, and today, do we see what's on my face right now? This is all Huda, nothing but Huda, and it looks amazing, flawless. I've never had my skin look so flawless until I started using Huda beauty products, and I wanted to sit down and do a review for you guys. First impressions, no. These are all tried, true, tested products. I've tried them out for so long now, and I really want to make sure I give you guys my full review of how I use it, the best ways to use it, and I'm just obsessed. So my face is Huda with how flawless it looks. I'm gonna walk you guys through. It also intended originally just to be a face routine, and then I just kind of added in my eyes because I just kind of couldn't help myself. And we're gonna talk about this lip combo because there is a lot going on here and I'm absolutely obsessed. And also I'm just gonna do a quick napkin test right now for you guys. Literally nothing. So Huda is amazing, and I just want to support her, and so keep watching if you want to see these products in action. Okay guys, we have so much Huda beauty products right now in front of me, and so we just need to start going through them. I'm just gonna start putting my makeup on, and we're just gonna kind of dive in. I first do have to put on my primer with a non-Huda beauty products, and so let me just chat about Huda while I am putting on this primer. I have always wanted to try some of Huda Beauty's products, and there are a few that I've tried before, but it was just kind of one of those situations where, I had things I was using, and so sometimes I would just repurchase. But recently, with everything that's happened in Palestine, I wanted to support Huda. And so because of that, I recently kind of went in and I bought a whole bunch of things, and I wanted to make sure that I'm really supporting her and other people who are calling out for a ceasefire, for an end to genocide, and creators who are doing things that actually really matter. And so I am gonna go in. So first of all, I have two products for my face. I first have this GloWish. This is the Multi-Dew Skin Tint. This is a little bit dark for me. This is in the shade number 5 medium. I don't know what I was thinking when I got a medium. I will say sometimes I use mediums in products, and right now I'm very pale, but in the summer, I can get into the more medium range. However, I do think that this is a true medium. During the summer times, I do have to use mediums in a lot of different product skin range because they say they're medium, but they're actually a little bit lighter. And so this medium is a true medium. And so this is a little bit dark for me. I will still swatch it for you guys though. This is what it looks like. This is a medium. And so you can kind of tell it is very dark. So there's no way in hell this would ever kind of work on me, and so this is kind of something to keep in mind. This will not work on me. However, this is the other product that I have from Huda. This is their foundation. I have this in the shade Toasted Coconut. This is an amazing foundation. I'm gonna kind of squeeze. So see, this shade is much more my speed when it comes to what would actually fit me. So this is what I'm gonna be using. The first time I got this and I was like, I don't know what I'm thinking. This is so dark for me. No, this is what I actually need right now. Okay, so here's the thing about Huda's products. I absolutely love them because I find them to have such good payoff. Do you see that? And it blends in so well. Let me grab my mirror and actually just watch what I'm doing as I'm doing this. And I find that that's the case with all of Huda's products. A little definitely goes a long way. I did half of a pump and I'm like, okay, this is gonna cover a lot of my face. And so you really wanna make sure that you blend these in, but you're gonna get such a nice, beautiful coverage at the very end. The way that I like to kind of put in some of the Huda's products is that I still like to use a little puff like this. This is just kind of what I've used for such a long time. And then at the very end, I am gonna go in with a wet beauty blender and then just kind of soak in all of the excess and really make sure that we're all blended in. But I'm gonna go in with this first layer and just kind of make sure that I get my base down. So let me do the other side of my face and I will be right back. Okay, I put it everywhere on my face, and now I am just gonna blend everything in with the Beauty Blender while soaking up maybe a little bit of the excess product that may still be on my face. And this has been, in my opinion, like the best way to be able to get like a full coverage out of this foundation. You can definitely go in straight with the Beauty Blender. I just kind of prefer this method so that I'm really kind of like getting everything down while making sure it's blended. You can kind of see this is like how much product it kind of picked up. So it definitely did pick up a lot of the excess. And so definitely use a light hand. So next I'm gonna go in with, I'm so excited for this. Oh my gosh. These are the color correctors. I did get both so I can kind of show you guys some of the differences. I do think that I'm gonna be more of a pink rather than a peach. But these are the Huda Faux Filter color correctors. And so they do have different types of shade depending on what you need. They have a more pinky color, and then they have a peachier color depending on what it is that you need. I personally like the look of the pinky color a little bit more. So that is what I'm gonna go in with. The peachy color that I do have is in peach, and I also have the shade Cherry Blossom, and they have a ton of different kinds, but I really have loved doing this and then going in with my concealer. And so I just like to kind of go in a little bit just to brighten. And it's kind of been like a game changer on my face. And so I will just go in with my concealer. I mean, not my concealer, my Beauty Blender. I'm gonna blend this all out. Now I will go in with my concealer. I have one of them that is the GloWish concealer in the shade Light Medium. And I also have the Faux Filter concealer that I'm actually going to use today. This is in the shade Coconut Flakes 2.7N. So I will go in right on top of kind of where I place that. And also everywhere else that actually just need concealer. Do we see how evenly blended everything looks? I am just obsessed. Like, this is my absolute favorite combination. This is definitely for like a more full makeup day when I really want to get everything going. Otherwise, like sometimes I would think that this is a little bit too much for every single day, but if you really want to go in, this is my routine. So that is my face routine. I did actually just go in with some cream bronzer and blush, which I do not have that of Huda, so I just did that off camera. I'm gonna go in with the next product that I really love. Oh my gosh, I started trying this and I'm like, okay, this is the Cherry Blossom Cake Easy Bake. We see it's like a pink loose powder, and it's like my favorite thing ever. So I sometimes go in with a brush, sometimes I go in with the Beauty Blender. I already have my Beauty Blender out, so I'm just gonna go in and I don't actually let it bake. I like kind of setting it in. It's more of my preference to kind of brighten everything. Do you see the difference? Oh my gosh, like it's just amazing. This is the one product where I'm just like, I understand what the hype is all about. And it really comes from the fact that this is such a good loose powder formula. And I love that it's pink because it does have that kind of brightening effect. And so I actually like to kind of set some of my concealer with this, especially during my under eyes, and then all the other areas. I'm just gonna kind of go in with a little bit more of like whatever is left and just kind of tap all over it. And then I will go in with some of my other powders, but this is just such a huge difference. And I feel like this has given me such a flawless foundation coverage, like the foundation by itself. And you also add in the color corrector. and then the concealer, and then a little bit of this loose powder. You can also definitely, you know, like if the pink doesn't work for you, like get another one, because they have so many different shades of like what would work. I just find that this works really well for me to kind of be able to brighten everything up. And this has been like my obsession. Like Huda just does the face products so well, on top of like everything else. But like this routine has become my new favorite, and you just look flawless. Like you don't actually need any kind of filter. This is no filter on it. Like this is literally just the Huda products, and it looks amazing. Okay, I did just go in with all over powder, and now I'm gonna go in with these GloWish bronzers. Okay, this is, first of all, this is actually the pressed powder. This is in the shade number 5 medium. I got this back when I like don't know what I was thinking, and I thought that this medium would work for me, and I was like, let me just get the medium pressed powder. It is way too dark. However, the pressed powder works really well for a contour right now for my skin, so that is what I'm actually going to use. I'm going to go in and just lightly contour. I actually went in a little bit too much. That was way too much, so I'm going to blend this in. And that was actually good. So you can see how easily it blends in. Okay, the next is going to be this bronzing powder. This is in the shade number 2 medium, and this is like a true bronzer. And so I like actually using this pressed powder more for kind of like contouring everything. Like here, like going in right under the apples of my cheeks and kind of going upwards. And then swooping in on the sides and just kind of back around my jawline. I like taking this with a big, massive, fluffy brush like this and swirling it all over. And then just kind of going almost like a little bit higher onto the temples a little bit. It's really kind of warming up the rest of my face. I'm going to go in with this GloWish blush. This is in the shade Milky Rose, and this is kind of what it looks like. It's a lot brighter because of the swirls in there. And I actually really like that for a brightening effect. It just melts in so nicely with the Easy Bake that I put under my eyes, the pink loose powder. And I just kind of feel like it almost is like a continuation of that. And I think it just kind of melts in so nicely with everything else. Like just flawless, where it doesn't really even feel like it's there, but it's there. I just put on some eyebrows because last time I went on Huda's website, I think all the brow products were sold out in my shades, so I was very sad. But we need to talk about her eyeshadow palettes. This is the this is a pretty grunge palette. I think this is such a beautiful palette, and honestly the names are so amazing. They have things like Liberty, Heroine, Avant-Garde, Renegade, Brave, Beauty, Chaos, Rise Up, Stand Up, Strong AF, Nirvana, Haphazard, Fearless, Hope, Love, Anarchy, Maverick, Rebel, Freedom, and Grunge. And those are such beautiful names. Like I love that, especially for now. And this is such a beautiful palette. I'm going to swatch some of these shades for you guys. So here's this shade right here. This is what it looks like, and it is so beautiful. Do you see? It is just shimmering, so many dimensions to it. If you look at it different ways in the light, it is amazing. And let's swatch another one of this shade right here, this darker shade. I find that some of these darker shades also have so much dimension to them, and it's not just like one singular color. And some of the lighter shades. This, oh my gosh, this purple is just... Do you see how they're all like especially this one, if you look at it in the light, so beautiful. And then let's do one last one because I'm running out of hands. Let's do this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Let's do it down here. These wear so well on the lid. I will say, especially with this color though, you definitely want to try like an eye primer if you are putting it on. What I would recommend is putting on the eye primer and doing all of your usual routines. If you really want to make sure that it sticks, you can use like a glitter glue. I don't think you need it, but you definitely need to have an eye primer of some kind, especially if you have oily lids, because I have oily lids, and so if I don't use an eye primer, it's usually a bit of a mess. Okay, I totally lied. Let's just try to use my thumb and let's just do one more. The shade right here, and let's just go like this. Such a beautiful topper shade. I find this to be very nice if you're like wanting just to like add a little bit of something, maybe to like some of these shades, like right here. That is what that shade would be absolutely beautiful for. That is the Maverick. And so this is such an amazing palette, and I absolutely love this. This is so worth the hype, and they blend in so beautifully, and they blend in so well. Just go in a little bit. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Rise. I don't have any eye primer, so I'm just gonna kind of just do some light colors on my eyes to kind of show you guys the color payoff, just to kind of give you a sense of what it looks like. They are so beautiful, and they blend in so well with one another. Okay, that is just one shade using Rise, and I'm gonna take another cleaner brush, and I'm gonna go in with Hope just a little bit. And just kind of darken the crease right here. Here is a Rose Quartz palette. Oh my gosh, like first of all, this packaging, it's just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. I'm gonna try this shade right here in Energize, just so I can show you guys something from this palette, if I can find a good brush. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Do we see? These colors just blend in so nicely, and she has such good formulas. I'm so impressed all the time. I will say, when you are putting these on, like right now I don't have eye primer. I just put some like loose powder on my eyes right before we started. And so I do feel like if you're wanting to like really make sure they last, use an eye primer, use something that'll be able to allow the powders to have something to cling on to. But they will still look beautiful even if you don't use it. I just don't think they will last as long. And you really want to make sure that they last. So I'm gonna go in back into Pretty Grunge, and I'm gonna take a super small brush, this one, because I have smaller eyes, and I'm gonna go in back with Hope and just kind of fill out the outer corners a little bit. Do we see? So pretty. And just take the same fluffy brush I used before. Such a quick, easy look with literally just 3 colors. So this is the look. I literally used 3 colors. I used Rise Up, this one right here. I used Hope, this darker one right here. And we then topped it off with Energized right here. And then we went back in with Hope. And good blending just gives you such a nice look. Super quick, super simple. And you already look amazing because these colors just work so well with one another. So I actually feel like these colors are amazing together because they are more of like almost like the cool tone shades, because I do feel like everyone already kind of has their standard mattes, and so I think these are just like amazing to kind of like go a little bit off into like the deep end a little bit, if you will, go a little bit different. Huda does have a lot of other amazing, a little bit more neutral ones, if you will, but I just really like these ones to be a little bit different, you know. Looks cool, but not like oh my gosh, what do you have in your face? You know what I mean? We are gonna finish off this video and talk about some of her lip products. I'm amazed. Okay, so first of all, I have these two different lip liners. You're like, oh my gosh, they look the same. So first of all, I do not think they look the same, but I will show you. So this first one is in terracotta. These are kind of like almost like a twist up a little bit. And here's what it looks like. This is terracotta. Have another one. This one is in the shade Sandy Beige. Also a bit of like a twist up. So you can see they are very, very different. I think for today, I'm going to go in with the bottom one with the Sandy Beige one. And I am just going to kind of line my lips and show you guys how amazing these are. I'm just lining my lips and I am going to blend it out. I'm going to use another blender shade from like another brush that I have. And you can kind of see. It blends into your lips so nicely. And that is actually something that I learned, is blending out your lip liners make a world of difference. I have two of her lip blushes, both of which I love. These stay on so beautifully. Okay, so let's first swatch the shade. This is in the shade Coral Bliss. I am gonna admit I kind of layer it with something, so sometimes the color on it may not be perfect, but here is what the color looks like for Coral Bliss. And this is the other one that I have. This is in the shade Rosy Kiss. Here we go. So very, very different, as you can kind of tell. The reason that I kind of picked this is because I do feel like I can kind of mix and match both of these with different things. Maybe even like pair them with one another. I'm going to go in with the Coral Kiss, however, just because I feel like that's going to work out really, really well with this Sandy Beige. And do you see? And the trick with all of her lip blushes is make sure you kind of leave it on here as it is right now and just kind of like let it rest before you really kind of go in and do anything else. But I will show you some of the other lip products that I have because I love them both. I also have two of the more regular liquid lips. This first one is in Bombshell. So let's swatch this. Just beautiful, first of all, beautiful. And the second one is in the shade Trendsetter. So you can kind of see these are all similar families of shades that I picked. And so, for example, I like going in with Bombshell and the Rosy Kiss kind of with the lip blush first, and then with some of the liquid lip for like a darker color. And also the Trendsetter and the Coral Kiss goes together really well as well. And when you like blend it all in together as well with like the right lip liner, everything just kind of like goes in very well together. So that's what I want to show you guys. Everything has like a color story and you can definitely layer each one on top of one another. So I'm going to go in with Trendsetter just to kind of give it my lips a little bit of like extra color. And you can kind of see how everything works out together. So here's my lips as it is right now, where I just put it on. I'm going to go and let this kind of sit for a moment, and then I'm going to come back with a tissue and I'm going to show you guys how like it looks after I kind of like blot it out and all of that. Okay, I just wiped everything with like a tissue, and do you see if you just wipe it with a tissue, your lip stains are still staying? And that's what I think is amazing about it, is the other ones can kind of give you like a nice bit of color, like the lip liners, or like the liquid lipsticks, but the lip liners and the color brush just stay. You really have to kind of go in with like soap and whatnot, which I think is amazing. So okay, here is after I blot my lips. Do we see colors coming off? There is color coming off, but look at this. The color still stays. Let's find like a clean piece of this tissue. One is really, really white. Let me show you. White tissue. Look at that. This is like the staying power of her lipsticks, and I find them to be so amazing. I've been looking for like the right lip products to wear for my wedding because I really want to make sure that they stay on. And I think that all of her products are just so like, it's kiss proof and it works so well. And so these are the ones that I got specifically because I wanted to make sure they kind of all work in the same color family. And so I really feel like these are the best ones for me, just with like the colors that I wear all the time. And I just am so obsessed with how this looks. Okay, that is it for this Huda Beauty product try-on / review. All of these products are not like a first impressions. Like I've used them for so long. Like I absolutely love it. This is like my normal makeup routine. Like if I'm going out, I'm like actually putting on makeup, like this is what I do. I use the foundation, I use like this whole situation. Like sometimes I just leave my eyes, or sometimes I go in a little bit. I don't really do like the full like, oh my gosh, so much eyeshadow nowadays. And so I like something super, super simple like this, like no like mascara on my bottom lashes or anything, keeping everything look so super clean. And these lip combos are just my favorite. Like I think they work out so well, and I think it's a testament to like Huda's like colors of how she just like really thinks about them through, because I just feel like they layer so well with one another. And my face has like absolutely zero filter on it, and like her products just like add your filter. Like you don't need any other kind of filter. I'm like looking at myself in the mirror, I'm just like, I can't even believe it. Like this is a kind of face routine that I would definitely be doing for my makeup for my wedding, for my wedding makeup, because I'm doing my own makeup, and this is basically what I'm going to be doing. And it's just amazing. I highly recommend you guys check it out now that you get to see the products in action. Like people aren't just telling you to go buy Huda but it's like, go buy Huda because she's an amazing person supporting good causes, and the right causes, I should say. And also because these products just work, you know? So this is a final look. I hope you guys liked it. My name is Claire. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.